Good day, everyone. Hope you all are doing well. Today, I'm going to show you a famous Texan grocery store changing the world. Goes by the name of HEB. It's an acronym. I've had the pleasure of being born and raised in Texas and getting to shop at HEB my entire life. So today, we're going to be looking at HEB, just kind of a study session. I think there's a lot to learn about the business strategy side of things, of how HEB kind of changes our lives, especially if you're in Texas. So obviously, starting on the Wikipedia here, we're going to be looking at HEB Grocery. It's privately held, based in San Antonio, 380 stores throughout the U.S., state of Texas, and Northeast Mexico. Company also operates Central Market, upscale organic fine food retailer. Total revenue nearly 40 billion. That is a lot of money. It's ranked number 6 on Forbes 2022 list of private American companies. Retailer of the year. See, a lot of things to be learned from HEB. They're doing a lot of things right. An anthropomorphic brown grocery bag, and that's their kind of mascot, HEB Buddy. If you're familiar with HEB, you'll definitely know HEB Buddy. I know when I was a kid, I had distinct memories of getting to get the Buddy Bucks from the line and getting to use a little vending machine to get try to go for cool toys. They really got us good from the get-go. Sweet. So here's a little bit of the history. We can read through the history. We can do all of this. Started by Howard Edward Butt, and that's where the HEB originates from. It was founded in 1905. Wow, I didn't realize it was 117 years ago in Kerrville, Texas. Interestingly enough. One cool thing is looking at this gross sales right here. They started as they've grown their revenue or annual sales from 13 billion in 2006, saying their revenues are up to 40 billion. There's a distinction maybe there between annual sales and revenue. I guess the annual sales would be the revenue. So from 2006 to 2022, they grew their revenue from 13 billion 13 billion to 40 billion. So they nearly tripled their revenues in the matter of less than 15 years, which is wild to think about, especially when they were already in the billions. Their operations, like they were saying, headquartered in San Antonio, 300 stores, communities in Texas, definitely affecting change in the Texas landscape. Sweet. Central Market talks about some other brands. Mi Tienda. I love Mi Tienda. Mi Tienda is super cool. Mi Tienda has like some specialty items and more tailored towards the Mexican products. Such Mi Tienda means my store in Spanish. That's what you might have learned in your Spanish class in high school. But they also host a restaurant which serves Mexican food and drinks. Super cool. Okay, so now I'm going to transition a little bit to AI learning now that I started in HEB. So I'm going to be working with Bard AI today. So I'm going to go to looking into Bard here. So Bard is just a large language model developed by Google. And so I'm going to prompt it. I'm going to ask, can you please give me some details about how HEB has grown in the past 30 years with pertinent, quantitative, and qualitative data. All right. Sweet. So we're going to take a look at that. It's loading my prompt. And then on the left here is actually something I've talked to a few of my friends about, but this is Samsung's integration of notes, and I've been using it to take a lot of notes about life and do scrapbooking and cool stuff like that. And just want to thank you, the engineers at Samsung, who put this software together and allowing me to do this. Sweet. So let's look at this. Quantitative data. Number of stores, 1993 had 171 stores. As of 2023, it has over 423 stores. Let's check that with so over 420, which is in 2023. So that seems accurate. Gosh dang it. Looks like we lost our conversation. I'm gonna just reprompt that. It looks like if I exit out of the tab, it doesn't remember the history. So I guess we'll just stay in here. Okay, sweet. So once again, sorry about that. So qualitative data and quantitative data, there are ways that we can measure kind of how things are doing in the world. So in terms of quantitative data, we get different things this time, which is kind of interesting, or somewhat different things. So we see 400 stores again, Texas, Mexico. Market share, HEB has the leading grocery retailer in Texas, and it has a significant market share in Mexico. Wow, sales were 25 billion up from 23 billion in 2021. Interestingly enough, we saw that almost $40 billion revenue. So I guess there's a distinction here between sales and revenue. I was a little bit unclear on that. So they're a culture of innovation. They're a culture of brand reputation, and their location is amazing. Like Texas is a growing state, has favorable tax benefits. It's a well-managed company, strong track record of growth, and employees are proud to work for their company. They're very charitable, and customers are satisfied. At the end of the day, that's the qualitative data that we need to see. Like how do you run a successful business? These three things: customer satisfaction, employee engagement, community involvement. HEB has a good track record of that. Their quantitative data backs up their qualitative data. So quantitative just dealing with numbers and actually figures and concrete numbers here, rather than experiences. So sweet. So what I'm going to do here is what's cool is I can come down here and I can copy from Bard. So I'm going to copy to my clipboard, and then I'm just going to paste that in here. And then one thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this all smaller so we can go on to our next point of study. Sweet. So business strategy. We want to know how HEB has become so good. So we're going to prompt and ask, how has HEB become such a powerful, or we're going to say, what are some business strategies HEB has accomplished or has taken to becoming one of the best grocery stores in the world? I'm actually going to save that prompt here. I'm going to toss that there. And then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Sweet. So okay, interesting. So they give us quite a bit of stuff. Bard, the large language model, goes out and finds all this information for us. They have strong community involvement, locally sourced products, strong private label brands, focus on customer satisfaction, locally sourced products. Wow, it's like a sustainable company doing well. So HEB is boosting its local economy and creating jobs. It's buying from local suppliers. It's hard to see why anyone would dislike HEB. Like, they're just doing cool stuff all around the board. And so They have innovation. Like, I don't know if everyone knows it, but you can order your groceries online now and save a large amount of time and also hassle of like going into the store and like having to walk around and find things yourself, rather having it very streamlined online with that application. So sweet. So with that in mind, I'm also going to make this as small as possible. And I will be attaching this PDF to a post that I'll make about this, but super cool. They have a strong private label brand as well, and also community involvement. So if you're in a business right now, I highly recommend taking notes on how HEB operates. But I think this is a good time to reflect on how no company is perfect. So let's see how HEB has struggled in the past and learned from their struggle. So we'll say, how has HEB struggled or failed in the past and learned going forward? Sweet. Okay, sweet. So HEB, definitely like no other stranger in this world. No one's perfect, and it's had its share of struggles and failures. But the company has always come back and learned from its mistakes. That's the important part, is the resiliency of them to be a good business. So 2020, in 2000s, mishaps, expansion into Mexico, losing money in operations. However, now learning from its mistakes. They open markets in places not ready for them. Poor decision about product selection and marketing. But now they learn from those mistakes and they're a major player. A data breach in 2017. Company was slow, but it took steps to improve its security measures. Yeah, cool. And then in HEB, definitely affected by the pandemic of 2022. Unable to get the products it needed, but now it's keeping its stores stocked through the pandemic. And one thing that's a beautiful thing about HEB is you go there and you think about all of the dynamics that go into planning the logistics behind HEB, all of the supply and demand. Like, one of the most busy grocery stores in the world, pushing product, selling product, supplying products from local consumers and supplying them for local consumers, and purchasing plans and things like this. And then so the specific lessons it's learned in the past is the importance of listening to customers, importance of being transparent, importance of having strong security measures, importance of being prepared for unexpected events. Sweet. So thank you for the AI supplementing this lesson. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. With that in mind, I'm just going to make this smaller, but that's all I had for this quick little video. Like I said, one important thing moving forward in this world is to study, where people are doing well in the business side of things, and, use our tools available to us to affect change in the world. So with that in mind, have a great rest of your night.